it's a continuous every single day type of thing, and you're building the ship as you're trying to sail it, because you're going into uncharted territory. It's not like I want to be an accountant, so these are the steps I'm going to take to be an accountant. No, it's like I've created this world and now I have to maintain it.
Bat shots, chatting with MattTheBat. You chat, I chat, we chat, I'm fat, chatting with MattTheBat. Yeah!
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to MattTheBat's Batshit Shit Show. I'm MattTheBat, and it's wonderful to see all those beautiful faces in the crowd. Thank you so much for joining me on this episode of Bat Chats. For those of you who don't know, it's a series where I interview unique people with unique perspectives, and boy, are you all in for a special surprise. But first, I'm gonna need one favor from you all. I'm gonna need you to hit that like button, followed by the subscribe button and the little bell notification. Ding! Guys, these episodes drop weekly and the upcoming guests are gonna be killer, so you're gonna wanna be subscribed. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Speaking of killer guests, today we have a virgin interviewee on the show. It's his first interview ever. He's been saving himself for me. I'm very honored. He's a YouTuber known for his internet commentary and his storytelling. Everybody please welcome the one, the only, the tan Superman, Jamari! Woo! Come on out, Jamari!
What's going on, everyone? I want to say, before we start, just thank you to Matt for having me in your studio. And thank you for just being a cool guy, man.
Of course, man. Yeah, I mean, it's so nice to have you finally on the show.
Yeah, no, I'm excited, man. I'm a little bit nervous.
Are you nervous? Why are you nervous?
Man, my first interview, man. It's like kind of like your first time getting pulled over or something. You know, it's just a little bit nerve-wracking. Don't know what you're gonna ask me.
Yeah, but you know me though. Like that's the thing about like having my friends on is like we know each other. So
yeah,
it's like
yeah.
Kind of the perfect person to pop your cherry, right? It's like
yeah. I know you're not gonna screw me over, hopefully.
Yeah, I'm gonna take your shit out of context, bro. Cancel you.
And by the way, guys, if you hear any background noise, it's because there's this annoying motherfucker in the room.
Huh? What the hey, who's that? Hey, get off the stage. This is a ginger-free set. Get out of here. Sorry, Jamari. You gotta control your people over there, bro.
Yeah, man. I don't know what's up with your extra producer you got, man. He's a little bit out of control.
Yeah, right. He's so handsome though. That's the problem. That's why I keep him around. You know.
I won't lie. Yeah, he's pretty handsome, man. Shit.
For those of you who don't know Jamari, which I feel like probably isn't a lot of you, because he's kind of everywhere on YouTube. He does a lot of commentary, kind of ranging from news stories to pop culture, opinion-based videos. Most of the work you do is kind of like exposing viral culture and kind of how stupid people are. Is that true?
Especially right now. Yeah, I would say that's definitely kind of like the phase my channel was in. But it goes back and forth, you know. Sometimes I get really bored of talking about certain subjects. And I do feel like that's one of the best things about my audience is like, I know certain people are boxed into just talking about, you know, this topic or that topic. I don't want to say anything specific, but, you know, it kind of just seems like pretty much anything I want to talk about is going to get views. And I've gone through a ton of different transitions on my channel of different types of content. And I know there's been people that have been watching, you know, since the start. Like I recognize people down in the comments all the time, like that were with me like first 50,000 subscribers and stuff. Yeah,
that's crazy, man. I mean, one thing that helps is that you have one name fame. I don't know if you know what that is. Have you heard of that before?
Nah, I don't think so. Yeah.
So I was listening to Conan's podcast and he was talking about this, and essentially the idea of one name fame is like you're Jamari. Like I'm not Matt. There's fucking 20 million Matts, bro.
That's a good point.
But you're Jamari.
Oh, I think the name is very important for success. I mean,
right.
You know, someone has to be talented, but if you just have like the most basic ass name, or like, I don't know, the other way too, like your name could just blow you up because it's dope.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
look at Beyonce.
I could see that. Yeah.
Exactly.
I definitely think, the naming of my channel is very important.
Yeah, man. With that being said, you have over 260 million channel views, I saw.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I guess so.
Dude, what?
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I think I'm averaging about 110, 115 million a year now.
Holy shit, really?
Yeah, so that's pretty solid.
Dude, that's crazy.
But yeah, for a couple years, man, it was tough. It was tough because I've been doing it for like about 4 years now as my job. And I remember when I got out of college, like, man, I might have made between 900 and like maybe $2,000 a month for like a long ass time. And like I just remember just like telling my parents and just like telling different people like, nah, like you can make a bunch of money doing this. Like, trust me, trust me, trust me.
Nobody believed you, right?
No, I don't think so. Not until like, like they see my bank account and then they're like, damn. Yeah.
Well, that's kind of like the reaction I had, like even just coming to know you in the past couple months. Like I got to go to your house. You have a beautiful house. Like you're clearly very successful, and it's like really nice to see kind of the monetary reward that YouTube can have, because you never really know until you see things like that. And I'm like, damn, like this guy who's the same age as me bought a house. Like he's got like a couple cars. Like and it's a nice house, and you have a great setup. You have a great studio. Like it's cool, man. Like I think it's really special to be able to like witness that firsthand. It's been like inspiring to me.
Well, I appreciate that, man. Yeah, I mean, God, it's really only been I would say it's been about 2 years where I've been making money that was like, you know, I never thought I would see that type of money in my life.
Yeah.
You know, like crazy shit, like a doctor or whatever, you know, not trying to like disclose too much information. But yeah, like I think a lot of people even now get surprised. Like even like, you can go on my channel and see like every video has a couple 100,000 views, but that doesn't necessarily mean like, you know, you're making like a certain type of money, because I know a lot of people like they can average a lot of views, but they don't post as much. So they're maybe making, you know, a more typical salary, 60, 70,000.
Yeah.
But it is funny. Like I remember when I got out of college, I owed like $30,000 in debt.
For school?
Yeah. Which is good, right?
Bro, what the fuck?
Yeah, Texas. I mean, I went to school in Texas, so.
Bro, my school was 70 grand a year, bro.
Yeah, no. And thank God for my parents too. They took out like those parent loans and shit.
Yeah. Legends.
Yeah, legends, man. Yeah, I owe everything to my parents. But yeah, and like I remember at that time I had made like maybe 30K from YouTube. And I remember like telling myself like, if this is all the money I ever make, I'm good, because at least I paid off my school while going to school. But now it's just like, I don't know. Yeah, it's just different now.
You were in school, you were working at Old Navy, which is, I mean, that sucks probably. Like from what you've told me, like you had some good friends there and like whatever.
Yeah,
but
just like any other kind of shitty job. You have some cool coworkers, but
yeah,
I knew that wasn't what I wanted to do. Like I would see managers and stuff and they were fucking miserable. So I was like, damn, like this. And I kind of thought like, that's the route I'm heading. Like maybe I could try to be a district manager or something, because I was good at it. But yeah, like one day, like they were just asking me to do some bullshit. And this was before I was making any money off YouTube. And I was like, I'm bouncing. So I left. I was like selling shit on eBay for a long time, reselling shit, never going to school.
The hustle.
Yeah, just hustling, bro, trying to make money. And then like I remember like one day I had made this video, and it was I had a couple videos that had gone like 50,000, 100,000. But I made this video that was getting like 300,000 views a day about this kid eating chicken nuggets or some shit. and bro, it was like
changed everything.
I mean, yeah, and you have to understand, like, this was after like 10 years of making videos that got no views, bro.
Yeah. No
views. And I was gaining like 10,000 subscribers a day. I was
nuts.
like, holy shit. I remember it was like, I think I gained 90K in 1 month. And that was like the launch of my channel, really. I like got to 100K immediately.
That's crazy to hear.
Yeah.
Wait, how long did it take you?
It took me like a month to get that 90K.
What?
Yeah.
That's insane. Like,
it was crazy. No, I'm telling you, bro. I'm driving to all these different Goodwills, still like sourcing, what they call sourcing for shit to sell online. And I'm refreshing my phone. Every time I refresh it, 20, 30, 40, 100 new subscribers like per minute. And yeah, it was crazy, man. Life changing.
Over chicken nuggets or whatever. That's
life changing, bro. It's so crazy to me now, like how one idea or like 1 5-minute or 5-hour session of making a video can change your whole life, bro.
Yeah.
I tell people this all the time when I meet them, that they like work as hard as you and are putting out shit that I think is cool. Like, bro, you were one video away. Like, just trust me. And I know they probably think like, man, this guy, or like he's just bullshitting me. Like, nah, bro, you're one video away. But then guess what? After that one video blows up, you gotta make it 100, 200 more times to like stay on. You know what I mean? Because I've seen plenty of people, even in my community, they might be, you know, hot for a couple months, a year. Then they kind of start, maybe they start making $20,000-$30,000 a month, and they start thinking, oh, it, like I'm gonna be rich forever and all this shit. I never think that way. Like even now,
it could be gone tomorrow, right?
Yeah, like even now I have a house and everything, and I got a pretty good amount of money, but it's like I still have like that famine mentality, and I don't necessarily know when that's gonna end or if it will ever end, but I just don't have that inside of me, and I also don't have the urge to spend all my money either, like at all.
Yeah, that's what I like about you too, because like just as a backstory, like we've hung out a couple times because we both live in Texas, so we've hung out, and you've been over my house before, I've been over your house, so like we know a good amount about each other. Yeah. And yeah, like hearing about your business plans, your finance plans, like it's all just very smart. Like it's smart because I don't even know how I could like be in that position and fully understand what I'm doing. But you're a good saver. You know where to properly invest your money. You know like how you're gonna grow your business, what you're working on right now, like potentially doing some merch in the future, doing some hiring some employees to do like editing and stuff for you, like
changing up the content a little bit.
Right. Yeah. So like you have like plans. Like you're not some fucking dude just talking about other people online. Like you have like a very clear vision of what you want and how to get there. And a lot of people don't have that. And that's what sets you apart when we talk about like, yeah, some people have that chicken nugget video and they fall off. They don't work that hard. Like you are taking this as an opportunity every single day to like make more videos, make better videos, and you're posting like every other day. It's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, at some point, like I think I'm the type of person that like, this is what I wanted for such a long time, you know, like growing up.
Yeah.
That once it happened, it was like, how could I stop?
Right.
You know what I mean? Even if I was depressed or not seeing the results I wanted or whatever it was, I just don't stop. Like that's just, I don't know what it is for me, I guess. That's just how I feel about it. Just like any other job. Like, so I don't know. Like I sympathize with people that get burnt out and everything, but dude, I've been burnt out so many times and I just keep going because I don't know. I don't like to be the type of person that wallows in my sorrow or nothing like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think I told you this the other day, like about Mac Miller. Like obviously Mac Miller is one of my favorite rappers of all time. And I remember he said one time in this interview, like, I'm making the music, or I made like basic party rap type of music at first.
Yeah.
Because I knew that would blow me up. And then once I got famous enough, it was like, I got enough fans where I can really make what I want. Right. And sometimes that's how I feel like I'm kind of going about it. Like, don't get me wrong, I love the content I make right now, but in my heart of hearts, like, I think there's much deeper stuff that I will eventually make.
Dude, yeah, and that was what was cool about when you first told me that, because I know that some other like I'm a big fan of Channel 5, All Gas No Breaks, like that guy Andrew Callahan, and he had the same kind of realization as you, because he used to do on the street like viral, just drunk people, like
like what a lot of other people were doing,
right? And well, he was like the first to do that, I think, like, and he like did all the mouth zooms, like drunk people, like it was hilarious content, and I loved it. But slowly but surely, he wanted to get into more like legitimate reporting and stuff like that. And I feel like that's kind of where you're at in your transition, because you're like, you make these videos, they're funny, you have funny reactions to them. It's just you being yourself, giving your raw thoughts, and people love you for that. But yeah, as you've expressed, like you want to try some like new types of reporting and all that kind of stuff. And it's cool, man. I'm excited to see that from you.
Yeah, man. Because well, I appreciate that, first of all, and yeah, I guess I just feel like that's who I really was, like as a creator, like originally. Like I like to make skits, I like to do a lot of writing, like I do a lot of like novel writing in my free time and stuff like that.
Shit.
So sometimes that's one thing that can be kind of hard for me, is I have so many different creative things I want to do. It's like they all pull me in a different direction. It's like sometimes it is hard to like tunnel vision in onto one thing. Now, something else I did want to tell you though, man, is like you talked about how we like met and like we met up and y'all were all chill, man. And I just want to say, like, I'm so used to dealing with people from Texas because like I spent pretty much my whole life here. So like meeting people from that grew up and are from a different state, like it was a little bit refreshing, to be honest. Yeah.
Were we different?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
In a way. So? I don't know. Like you just seem a little bit like nicer, like not so like everyone's trying to like out macho each other and shit.
Yeah, dude. I mean, we're artists. That's the thing. Like, like.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Yeah.
I've never been a macho dude. Like, I clearly am not like that. Like, bro, like, you know me, I'm I'm a soft guy, like I'm chill, like I'm an artist, and I've always been that since I was little. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But those macho type people, we have them in Connecticut, where I'm from, and in New York, that's definitely a thing, especially like, the tri-state area. There's a lot of macho New Yorkers, New Jersey, Connecticut people. Like that's Boston. Like there's the East Coast vibe. I'm surprised to hear you say
Boston's
nice.
a lot more like Texas.
Yeah.
Like the way people interact, kind of like blue collar, you type of thing. But it's also like there's a politeness about it as well. I feel like I don't want to trash where I'm from. Like I love living here. People to me are very respectful, but it is a different vibe. And like the things you're taught as a kid are probably really different, because here it's like you better play sports if you want to be cool. You better like just do certain like manly activities, which I did partake in when I was younger. But like I'm sure up there, like in New York, it's more like normal to be like an artsy person. But like down here, you get shit on for that. Like when I was making YouTube videos in high school, bro, like don't get me wrong, like a lot of people liked them, like girls liked them and shit. But dude, so many guys hated me and thought, f this.
Really?
Oh hell yeah, bro.
That's crazy.
Hell yeah. Yeah. No, I've always been the type of person that people either like me or they don't like me. You know, so that's one thing we've talked about too. Like I'm cool with people not liking me, you know, or disagreeing with me, or like, especially in this climate, like the way things are today, I'm super cool with people hating me, because everyone's ready to just say F you to somebody. Yeah,
I'm always like impressed by how you don't care about that shit. But I'm also at the same time, like, you're making opinion-based content. Like, if I make a video personally that's like you saw the technology one I made the other day, like if someone commented F you, this is stupid on it, dude, my heart would be broken. Like so like I know what you mean for sure. And like it just depends where you are, because like my high school experience was totally me being the outlier and being like you in that situation. Like you have thicker skin than I do, and you have to, because that's the business you're in,
like at some point it just comes with the territory. Like don't get me wrong, at first, even when I wasn't showing my face, I would get some, like I remember I posted this video about Dr. Phil and like how this woman had left her husband for some guy in Kenya. And it was like one of my most viral videos, like when I first started my channel. And in the video, like I'm fucking clowning on the fucking old white guy, because he's like, he's just funny, bro. It's just funny to clown on. Like he's goofy. He was the easiest one to clown on. That was back in the day when like I would go hard on motherfuckers or whatever. And bro, thousands of comments calling me like just a bunch of bad shit, man.
Damn.
Yeah.
So you got used to it.
Yeah, like I remember seeing the comments, and like even at that point I was already like laughing at it, because I was getting like hundreds of thousands of views. So I was in like a euphoric state in general.
Yeah.
Like who cares? It's kind of how I felt, because like, I don't know, I would just gain so many subscribers and views that
you didn't care.
Yeah, at that point it was like, fuck it. Like I've always wanted this. So
yeah, I mean, you've had a recent controversy, which of course, like it's not the greatest thing to talk about, but also like
we should talk about it.
Every interview you're going to be in from here on out is going to talk about this, because it's
at least for a while. Yeah, I would think so.
Right. So basically, for those who don't know, and I'll explain it lightly, but pretty much like you beef with H3, which to a lot of people dream for that day to come. But you fell into it accidentally, because he actually posted about you and posted one of your videos how much he loved it. Yeah,
it was when, so I'll explain it to the people, because I don't want to seem like I'm dancing around it.
Yeah.
So here's exactly what happened. So he reviewed some of my videos, or looked over some of them on his streams. I'm a fan of H3. I like his channel. I think his podcast is interesting. I'm the type of person, I don't need to agree with every single point you make to be entertained, So I was a fan of his podcast. I like what he was doing actually with Trisha Paytas. Even, a lot of people probably think that's controversial, but I really liked it.
It's good stuff.
So, I was making some videos at the time about the Nelk boys, and they were like covering their whole scamming ways. And I mean, you know how the H3 fans are. They're like diehard.
They're intense.
So one of them went through my channel, or maybe like we had crossover and they remembered the video I had made about H3. And I had made this like really, it was a f***ed up video. Like I won't lie, like it's a type of video I would not make now. And this was only like, this is probably 3 years ago now when I uploaded that video. At the time where he was like kind of getting upset at it, it was about 2 years old. But basically in the video, I did say some like, I guess some like you would call anti-Semitic stuff.
And I told you that when I first asked you about this.
Yeah, you asked me about it pretty fast when I met you.
Yeah, because I was curious.
Because you like
about
H3,
it.
yeah.
I love H3. He's one of to preface this, like I'm a big H3 fan.
Yeah.
I don't condone Jamari's joke he made, but I do think that you made a mistake. And when I asked you about it, you said, yeah, I shouldn't have said that. Like you didn't say like Ethan, you never say anything bad.
Nah,
like,
I don't feel that way even today. I still see their
right.
content and everything, and
that's what I liked about
what they do is dope.
Yeah,
but it was I fucked up. I won't lie, like I fucked it up, and yeah, like I felt like shit. Like I remember, like I've told you this story, but I was like moving into my house. It was like the day I finally got the keys to my house, and I'm moving in like. My parents are there. My girl's parents are there. We're all like having a good time or whatever. And we're like, oh, we're going to run to Lowe's and like pick some shit up.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I check my Twitter, whatever. And I have like a load of notifications, which is never a good sign because I'm not popping on Twitter. And I got a bunch of messages and I just see like, I click on, like where you can see like people who you don't follow, like messaging you. And it was like, racist motherfucker, like a lot of things I can't even say, like shit that's pretty bad against me actually, like I'm gonna kill you if I ever see you, I'm gonna beat your ass, all this shit.
That's scary. That's really scary.
And I'm like, oh what'd I do? And then like I start seeing like I kind of start like piecing it together. I even had like some fans sending me messages like, oh, I'm not a fan anymore.
Well, I saw there's weirdly a lot of crossover because a lot of the comments when that first happened, people were like, I'm a fan of Jamari's. And a lot of people said like, I'm still a fan. He just did something wrong. Like
I'm a big believer in karma. So like,
don't
get me wrong. I felt like shit like internally. And I was like, I don't even want to see the video because I didn't remember exactly what I had said, but I knew it was bad. And the video was, the video's taken down by now, out of respect for them because I don't agree with the things I said in the video.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had said those things because like at the time I was like very, in a way, anti-H3, and like there was a lot of things going on in the community that were like negative against him. So like it was like, I guess in a way I was piggybacking, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And I was like defending this guy Skippy. It was this whole thing. Sometimes you just have a f***ed up day. Like if I'm being completely honest with you, during that time I'm never trying to make an excuse for anything f***ed up like that, but my grandfather was passing away of cancer and I was very mad, I just felt mad. So it was just a bad time for me and I fucked up and I recorded some shit when I was angry.
Yeah.
I mean, it happens. Like some days you wake up and in this job, you got to record something and sometimes you're not in a good mood. So you might fuck up that day. You know what I mean? But yeah, I apologized. I probably could have done my apology a little better. I was still a little emotional in that apology. But yeah, man, it was quite the situation. But yeah, it's nothing but love for them. I mean, I got nothing bad to say about them, I guess. I still watch the shit. And yeah, I learned a lot from that situation. I would say that it was a mistake, but man, it taught me so much. Like it was one of those like necessary mistakes you make. But I would definitely be open to like speaking with them. And even like apologizing again or like just trying to make amends, I guess.
As I said, I'm a fan of him and he gets into fights with all sorts of people and it's not a secret. It's not any shit talking. Like he just does. Like that's just who he is. But I do think, and we kind of talked about this a little bit before the show, but like I do kind of think that there might be a new era. I don't know if he's just doing the thing. Friendship with Jeff.
I think he's kind of realized that he maybe went a little too far with some of his opinions.
Yeah. And
mainly like his bashing on people, like just for certain random shit. Even I've fallen into that where I'm bashing people, like I'm grasping for straws and shit. So I learned a lot just from watching him too. Like I kind of like trying to stray away from that now.
Do you need a beer or anything?
A what?
You need another beer?
No, man. I think
I'm good.
Chill with this liquid death.
Your fans like really, they like believe in you. Like they love your takes and shit. Like that was the first thing I saw was so many people in the comments were like, I love your take on this. Like I love what you're saying. And like that's how I felt too. Like especially in those first couple of videos that I watched of yours when I was like binging. You have a very good cadence in the way you speak and like the way you present your stories and all that stuff, which is definitely part of it, right? Like it has to be.
Oh yeah, I think so. Yeah.
It's funny. It's like being with your boys in a room. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've gotten that a lot. Yeah, from the beginning, I got a lot of like, oh, I feel like I'm talking to my boy at the bar, like that type of shit.
Right.
Yeah, like, I think a lot of times, yeah, people agree with me. I'll definitely get some heat when they don't. Like sometimes some videos are more like 50-50.
Yeah.
But I'm glad I don't have the type of fans for the most part that are like, oh, I disagree with your one take. Like, you, I'm unsubscribing. Like, nah, like I've had that in the past, like those types of more fickle fans. And sometimes you weed some of them out with like a video with like a controversial take, and it just is the way it is, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think some of my favorite comments are like, hey, like, I don't agree with every take, but I watch every video.
So when did you show your face then? You said that earlier, but
at 250K or like 300K.
Really? And that was like nobody knew what you looked like?
No, that was like a big deal.
Yeah, I was gonna say, wow.
That was at the time it was a huge deal for me. I remember like people were waiting and waiting and waiting. And like a lot of the other commentary channels like never showing their face at that time. And I was like, F it. Like this is how I thought about it. Like I've been waiting this long for all these views. Like I'm showing my face. That's the only reason I did it, because I was like, it was like an ego thing, to be honest with you. Like people are gonna know this was me. You know what I mean? Even if this dies out in 3 months, they're gonna know I did this.
Yeah, well, to all my viewers on here, that's why I've been showing my face, because you convinced me. You were like, just do it, and then
yeah. The first night I met this dude, I'm like, I mean, I think the bat's cool, but I'm like, man, like you're handsome. Like get on camera, bro.
Thanks,
it's so much easier.
I needed you.
And
to
you
say
agree,
that.
right? It's easier, like to produce videos, like with just your face.
Oh yeah, it's
man.
been working. It's been helping a lot.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Like if you were ugly, bro, yeah, throw that fucking bat on there, dog.
A face for radio. Yeah. Face only a mother could love.
I think that was a big step in my career. It's one of the reasons I've had more longevity than a lot of people in this space, because like if you never show your face, like there's just a certain level of connection I think you can't get with the person.
Yeah.
And I have a lot of people though that tell me like, I like the videos better without your face, blah blah blah. You know, it is what it is. More people like them better like this way. So
I don't see why they would like it less. Like that doesn't make sense.
Maybe they just don't like the way I look, or like I don't know what it is. But
What?
yeah, no, I still get comments like that.
Really?
Hey bro, videos are better without their face. It's like, bro, it's been like 2 years, dog. Now I'll go through time periods where I'll make videos like not showing my face.
I noticed that you did that like a couple months ago. I was like, wait, I thought you were, because it was like one day you had like this crazy setup where you had like you were sitting at your table like crazy setup, and like the next video I saw was just like only like a slideshow, and I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, I get in different creative moods, man. Yeah, bro. Like even now, like my shit gets stale, or I feel like, man, like this just feels a little stale to me. So like I always change it up or like talk about a new topic.
But it's the stories that are what makes it different. It makes, and like your take on it, right? Like, cause no two stories will ever be the same for you, right?
Yeah,
like, which is cool. Because like even myself, I find myself like repeating shit in interviews sometimes. I'm like, I just said that last time.
Interesting. Yeah.
But you never have to do that.
Now there is some times though where I feel like, man, I just keep making like the same type of video.
I see.
You know what I mean? I'll fall into that trap. So I don't know, man. It's a continuous every single day type of thing, and you're building the ship as you're trying to sail it. You know, that's what I like to say. Like, because you're going into uncharted territory. It's not like I want to be an accountant, so these are the steps I'm going to take to be an accountant. No, it's like I've created this world and now I have to maintain it type of thing. Yeah.
No, it's a good way to put it, bro. I never thought of it that way. What'd you say? Building a ship while you're
building a ship while I'm trying to sail it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So,
like
that's good.
It's tough.
I'm going to use that.
Yeah. It's a good one. It's a good one. I like sayings.
Yeah. And I think like at the end of the day, that's why I'm like respect your hustle so much, because I see all these things you've built for yourself, as you said, like while the ship is still sailing. So like you're still deep in the weeds of editing all your own videos. You're doing all this stuff.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, everything that's ever gone on my channel has all been written, produced, edited, whatever, all that shit by myself. And I have this huge pride thing about it. Until I get to 1 million, I'm never letting anyone else write, edit, or do anything on my channel.
That's fair. And you're almost at 1 million, right?
Yeah, I'm about 30,000 away, maybe. Yeah, so we're getting there. It's been a long climb to the from like the 930,000 to like the million, but it's cool. Like,
How long you think?
by the end of the year, I think.
By the end of the year?
Yeah. I
That's
was
gonna be
hoping by my
huge.
birthday, bro. The end of September. That's what I was hoping, but I don't think that's gonna happen.
Huge milestone. It's going to be huge.
Yeah, I don't know how I'll feel after that because it's been like a chase for years and years and years.
You're going to be going on a lot more interviews when that happens.
I hope so, man. Yeah, I hope so.
I always think about this with people like Post Malone. Like, I'm a big Post Malone fan, and I think about like he grew up, you know, in Texas, grew up in Dallas, and he's like loved all these musicians. Like, he had all these heroes, and
Yeah.
look at him now. He gets to hang out with
Hell
anybody
yeah.
he wants. Like, dude, I can't imagine meeting my heroes like that. You know, and that's what this business can do for you. Like, that's why it's so cool. Like, if you make it, you have the opportunity to meet someone that you should never fucking meet because they're just like untouchable people in this world.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's so interesting, and that's something I think about all the time. Like, I would just love to meet my heroes.
They say never meet your idols.
Yeah, I know. That's
Never meet your heroes or
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah.
It's the flip side of it, but yeah.
Yeah. I haven't had that type of experience yet. Maybe like one day soon, like if I get to collaborate with someone like crazy. But
It'll happen.
yeah. I'm more interested now, like it'd be cool to meet like my childhood heroes, but it'd be crazy to meet like people in the space that I really have respected for years.
That's why you gotta get out to LA, bro.
Yeah.
Never been to LA. This guy's
Nah.
never been to LA.
No. Yeah.
Isn't that
LA,
crazy?
I've never been to New York.
That's great. Dude, a YouTuber with almost 1 million subscribers has never been to the
But
the
you know,
hubs.
like the way I am, like I don't with those types of people.
No, yeah, I know. Like, you're different. That's what's interesting about it. Like, you want to, like, you love Texas. Like, Texas is where you want to stay. Yeah.
I have a lot. I just I got a lot of pride in being from here. Like, despite people don't with the politics and everything, like I love it here. I just love it, bro. It's where I'm from. So it's like that's the type of person I am. I just have pride in where I come from or whatever. And yeah, like even like one of the craziest moments for me was this guy named Wayno, who used to be on Everyday Struggle with DJ Academics. He follows me one day, and I'm like, oh shit. And I follow him back, and I think I sent him a message. I'm like, dude, I used to watch you every day on Everyday Struggle. Like,
Shit.
like this is crazy to me. Like, I remember I had no YouTube channel. I was watching him every day on my TV, bro, during college. And he like hit me back like, yeah, you're like one of my favorite YouTubers right now. I'm like, yo, that's nuts.
Dude, when you have those type of numbers like you do, like, famous people are seeing your shit.
That's the crazy part.
Like, really famous people. Like, Justin Bieber is
He
probably
could have
seen
seen
one
at
of your
least
things.
one video, right? Yeah.
Like, the chances are he probably has. You have so many views. Like, how could, like, at least he's seen a thumbnail. Like, he has to have,
Yeah.
you know? That's crazy.
Yeah. Well, yeah, like another crazy one for me was my guy Curtis Blades, who fights in the UFC. He's a big supporter of my channel. He's always shown me a lot of love.
Wow.
And I remember like he like hit me up or whatever. And I was like, oh shit. And so I'm like watching highlights of him and stuff, because that was like when I really started getting into UFC, like so I could watch his fights and shit. And I'm like seeing videos of him cracking motherfuckers' foreheads open and shit. And I'm like, dude, this guy could be watching my video and then he's going and beating the out of people. This big old 6'5", 250-pound monster motherfucker is laughing his ass off at my videos. That's crazy.
Yeah, because that monster guy needs to get home and needs to tune out and laugh.
Yeah.
You know, like, that dude
Well, yeah,
needs to go home and
that's what I
decompress.
love.
And it's
Well, that's
you.
what I love about comedy. Like, people from all walks of life can laugh together, man. Like, that's what I've always loved about it. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like, it's crazy. Like, even more recently, this dude, his name is Marcus Davenport, and he plays for the Saints. And he's like, yo, like, he followed me, and I said, like, I looked him up, bro. We went to college at the same time, the same college.
Really? But you didn't know each other?
Nah, yeah, we didn't know each other, but I thought that was crazy, man. It's just like a small world, you know. But yeah, that shit will never not blow my mind when someone like that hits me up, or like Adam22 hit me up. That might have been the craziest one to me.
Yeah, I mean, he's obviously in like this space is.
Oh, he's very much on the internet looking at every new person because he's smart.
Yeah.
You got to pay attention to who's coming, and you got to pay attention to why things haven't worked for other people and all these things, man. That guy he's doing a great job. Like, I can't You know, he at some point in his career, I think that he just knew that it was time to take it more seriously, or like I could become, you know, I could be have a couple million, or I could be an empire. And I think like you could tell like something went off in his head a couple years ago, and like he just became a different monster.
He figured it out. Yeah, he said he makes $1 million a month.
Yeah, off his like porn shit. That's,
I thought it was just his podcast.
That's just off his porn stuff, I think.
Really?
Yeah, that he does with his wife.
Damn, bro. Maybe he hit you up because he wants you to be in it.
Yeah. I don't know. I'll take it that far. Yeah, the money's still good enough right now. Maybe one day though. Yeah, maybe one day.
He's like, you'll be perfect for this role, bro. I got a role for you to come to LA.
Yeah, fucking Cabana boy.
Yeah, dude. I think you should just do like a run in LA where you just hit up everybody you know and just schedule like 2 weeks just to network like crazy, get content with everybody.
Yeah.
Like,
just if I'm gonna pay to go out there,
dude.
I'm working my ass off.
Yeah, bro.
And networking my ass off. And I already have a couple boys up there, like Danny.
Yeah, exactly. Like he'll show you a good time, 100%.
Yeah, like my boy Mike. You know, shout out to my boy Flight Mike, man. That's my boy on YouTube.
Yeah.
You know, and we talk every day, and like, yeah, I've met some really dope people through this shit. Yeah, definitely. So it'll be a fun time. It'll be a fun time. It'll be some cool vlogs, I'm sure. We're gonna try to do a bunch of shit.
Yeah, man. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing that. I feel like this is only the beginning for you. It's very exciting.
Yeah, you got to go out there at the same time. Maybe you can coordinate that. Yeah,
bro.
That'd be sick.
That would be sick. The tickets are so cheap from here now too. Like recently, they've been like, not that matters to you. You're a high roller, but
I still don't like to spend money.
Yeah. For me, I'm like pinching pennies, so I'm like, yeah. But yeah, man. Is there anything else you want to say to your fans or anything? Before we get out,
I just want to say thank you to anyone who's ever pretty much watched any video, show me any support. For those of y'all that have been with me for years, I can't express the way you've changed my life, because, you know, for a long time I just felt like I thought my life was just like that dream was never going to work out for me.
Yeah.
And now that it has, in a big way, you know, it's like, at least like if shit ended tomorrow, at least I got to like live that shit and like see that shit through my own eyes. Cause like a lot of times, like, yes, I do sometimes take it for granted because it's hard not to after doing it for so long.
Right.
But at the same time, sometimes I just like look at the stats and I'm like, dude, like if someone would have told me this when I was 14, 15, I would have lost my mind, bro. So yeah, just thank you. And I appreciate the continued support, and I hope you guys continue to support me as I venture into like different shit I want to do. So yeah, I appreciate it. And I appreciate you, bro, for having me over.
Of course, man.
Popping my cherry.
Of course, man. I mean, it was great. It was so fun. Everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. As Jamari said, you guys are awesome, and I hope that I can meet some new people out of this, and I hope that you guys stick around. And
yeah, y'all make sure to go subscribe to my boy, man. Let's get this boy monetized. Come on, man.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go, man.
Yeah, thank you so much for coming on, everybody. I'm MattTheBat from MattTheBat's Batshit Shit Show, and as always, make sure to tune in next week, or else.
Peace.
This is where you say or else.
Oh, or else.
Yeah, let's go. Sick.
It's like the Nardwar thing.
Exactly.
Cool.